Hello everyone! Welcome to the 4th episode of the Islands of Magic livestream playthrough. In this series, I won't narrate like I did before. I am here in voice, and I'm just playing, alright? So, before I get in, I'll give you a little summary of my journey so far. So far I've, played for like 12 hours or so, and I've been focused on first finding an area. I did the first boss chest, and have accumulated a bunch of resources at a spot I feel very drawn to. So now, we'll get into some building. And this is a public server, so if you like what you see in this stream, whatever part you watch, then know that you are free to join, okay? All you have to do to join is watch the first minute of the first episode of this series. That'll give you the information that you need to join, okay? Alright, that being said, I'll just talk. I can hear you in chat if you want to ask something, and I'll get to it. Or I'll just play, not talk.
At Samo. Seems like a cool world, a lot of scary stuff nearby though.
Haha, hello. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Basically, there's loads of stuff that can kill you, and you get a bunch of powers to kill stuff as well. So on one hand, it's way more dangerous, but on the other hand, you get, like, I mean, you can get level 96 weapons, like arrows explode more, like if I shoot the frost arrow, right, you get that extra AoE, and then the poison arrow will, like, one poison arrow will kill, like a star goblin. It takes like 20 seconds, but it, like, literally poisons them and it's gonna kill them, so they're really strong. So the idea is, like, make it really fun, where you die a lot, and when you die, instead of losing levels, as I click every button, my mouse is like double clicking when I don't want it to. I gotta get a new one. But basically, on this and Enigma mode, when you die, you just lose your progress to the next level. You don't lose your level. So once you're, you know, level 20, you're never gonna be lower than that from dying. I just would lose, like, all of this red bar here. If I died, I would be, like, 0 into level 8, if that makes sense. Yeah, feel free to ask anything. I'll answer questions.
At Samo. Is your mouse a Logitech G502 by chance? That double click kept happening to me too.
Yeah, it is. That's hilarious. Here, I'm going to show you how you can get a copper node in Enigma.
At Arizisa. Is this the new server? 3.
Hey, Ari. Yeah, it is. Welcome, welcome.
At give me a sid. It is.
Hey, fish. What's up?
At give me a sid. For everyone watching, I have a small setup for new players to kit up. At Arizisa. I will come visit again soon. I find your gameplay interesting.
I got a strategy this time. I found this spot I really like. And it's like this island with this rift to this dangerous goblin area. So I can build a cool place here and then do my favorite things in Valheim, fight goblins. But in a way where it's safe from where I am. And playing with the rifts is really cool. And it's quite flashy, good for streams. So the idea is basically to build here, and then once I feel happy with, like, I got a base, I'm not gonna do like a whole bunch of stuff, but I wanna get a base that I feel satisfied with. Then I'm gonna start doing the boss chests. And that this live stream series will follow, like, this character progressing all of the boss chests to get all of these circles to fill green. So right now I've done the first boss chest, so you can see the Eikthyr thing there. And if you complete all the boss chests, then you can see it all colored in there. And technically you beat Enigma by not just completing all the boss chests, but also killing all the bosses. So there's actually like a 4th stage for each boss, but the bosses are so challenging that that's basically like end game stuff most people don't do. That's the idea. I'm not gonna, I don't know, I need to like script and do more of that. So right now I'm gonna focus on, so to speak, the journey of the more linear progression. Although technically you can do the boss chests in any order. Like there's no system telling you have to do Eikthyr first. Technically you could, you know, kill things and get loot drops in different ways and progress, or a player give you something or whatever, and then you do like the motor boss chest first, you know, or even like Vader's boss chest, you could do that first. Technically nothing's stopping you. So it's like a linear thing, but technically it isn't linear. So that's the idea.
At Arizisa. I really liked the boss chests. I like the visual representation of that, and I like the idea to kill the actual boss also too.
Yeah, it's funny because now it's kind of crazy system. Like it's got a lot to it, kind of advanced. Whereas in the past it wasn't like that. It was much more like, it just started because when one player kills a boss in normal Valheim, then it affects everybody, right? So we just tried to make a simple way that wasn't a thing, right? And then it evolved over time, and now you can look at all the rewards. You type say rewards. Good to know. Right now I'm just making enough stuff so I can get a bronze pickaxe.
At Tina Nyman 5084. Hi all.
Hello, hello.
At Arizisa. Hello. At Tina Nyman 5084. Watching. At Tina Nyman 5084. Watching while on bus with sound off LOL.
It'll be a building day today. But first, we're showing them the mining ward. I just need to get... I guess I don't actually need the pickaxe. I need tin, though. I'll figure it out.
At Tina Nyman 5084. Hi Arizisa. At Arizisa. Hi Tiny. At the _wind _M27. Hi JP.
Hello, Wind. How goes it?
At give me acid. Holy carts. Mine keeps disappearing haha.
There's some situations with the path when it progresses where it can delete a location, and I haven't added a check for that. Rose noticed that, and I think Baliog lost a tombstone that way. Alright, now it's time. You get to see the palm way to mine, and I'll show you how to do it and how to clean up so that it respawns and everything. First things first, you're gonna be using these, and you'll need like 4 wards probably. That's a good amount. Oh hey, is that the it's a shipmaster? Wow, that's lucky. Cool. That's a whole other thing. I wasn't trying to show that right now.
Ready.
So now we just take our materials here. We need to make the wards, and you kind of point them in the direction, and they aim forward and down. So the ward will like mine into the ground in front of it. So if I'm the metal, the ward up here would hit me. Make sense? So you kind of want to, in this situation, you would want to put it like up on this ridge here. So like 1, then like 2 over here, another one over here, and then maybe like 1 kind of facing this way. You kind of gotta place them a little strategically, because there's duds, you know? Now we have to activate all of them. But actually first let me get rid of the workbench. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1. Alright. There's those ones. Those ones. Okay, now we run.
Adonis
Sometimes they
820.
don't explode.
Okay, that's kinda cool.
That was nice though. That one worked pretty well. And then see, it's like a game, because, you know, it makes a bunch of noise, and it makes all these pits, and then you have to like collect everything still, you know?
At Weaver Kristen 5334. It's so pretty. At the _wind _M27. Whoa. At the _wind _M27. Cool. At Samo. Holy schnickies.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? And don't worry, there's protection, so if you put a ward in your base, it's probably not going to explode. Almost certainly it's not going to explode. But obviously, generally, people don't really like using wards. Oh, shit. Oh, that's bad. Where'd you come from? The hell?
At Arizisa. Provably.
So now that I did that, if I were to leave a build piece here, even just a single build piece, then when this rock respawns in 3 hours, it would then get prevented and it would never respawn again. So if you want the metal to respawn,
at Arizisa. Did you get all of the ore?
Leave it alone, pretty much. I think it got all of it. I don't know, to be honest. It seems to do a pretty good job of like completely wrecking the entire node. Like basically when
I'm gonna find an island to nuke.
When I designed them, I made it so that sometimes they're duds. So you can't just use one because like it might just be a dud and not work. And that way you have to make like 4 or 5 different wards to ensure that, you know, you get at least like 2 or 3 explosions. And then there's like a game of aiming them and everything, you know?
I think. So fun.
It's fun. I like using them. And it takes some of the monotony out of the copper grind, of course. And if you don't know how the respawn mechanic works, then it's not like you can just get the copper, because if you do the wrong thing, like if I left one workbench here or a campfire, then when the rock tries to respawn in 3 hours, it would see that and then be prevented and never try again. But as long as the area is empty and I haven't left anything in it, then a cart doesn't count. It's like a build
at the
piece,
_wind
so the terrain can be fucked up,
M27.
as long as you know build.
I wish you could blow up ore veins in vanilla.
Yeah. I think in vanilla you can with one of the bombs. Like doesn't a bio bomb blow up metal? I feel like it does, but I don't remember. I've added explosions to so many things. It's kind of hard for me to recall what is an explosion I added and something that is in the game already. That one shot made up for the hundreds of times I've missed on this playthrough. Yeah, I got an axe now. I am fancy. Okay. Was that all of it? I think so. At least most of it. Now what I need is some copper, but... No, I need some tin, that's what I need. But I lost my,
at the _wind M27.
My pickaxe.
You can with the battering ram or catapult, I don't know which one, but you need flame metal for that.
Yeah. So in Enigma you can get the You can actually get flame metal technically anywhere. There's like a bunch of random drops that you can get.
At give me acid. Bombs sadly only do element DMG, bile is just fire DMG.
Oh, man. No mining in vanilla, huh? No mining with bombs, rather. Tragic.
At Arizisa. Is the old server gone completely then?
No, so Path of Magic, ironically, Path of Magic is now more active than it was before I announced this. But basically, Path of Magic was moved to a temporary server. And it's up until, like, June 28th. And then it goes down, but I make the world file available for download and, like, do a YouTube video showing the history and that kind of thing. But at least right now, it's still available, just on a different IP.
At Tina Nyman 5084. A couple of months.
Yeah, it's funny that the news of this server going down, or Path of Magic going down, is further away than the lifespan of a normal Valheim server starting. They tend to have like 3 to 6 month rotations, right? So it's just like, it's funny. Hey, leave my cart alone, man. Jeez, so violent. I'm just trying to take my ore home. Find some way to destroy this tin. I guess I just need a troll.
At the _wind _M27. How many mods are in this world? I kinda wanna try it.
How many mods? It depends what you consider mods. If you're talking about, like, basically there's a quality of life pack I recommend people use, but technically you can join vanilla, because the server itself is modded and it's done in a way.
At Tina Nyman 5084.
It's like a project that shows people what's possible.
You don't need any.
So, like, on one hand, there's the thing I'm streaming to you and playing. And then at the same time, I'm publishing a course on the YouTube channel, like an episode a day, basically, that teaches people how to do this stuff. And the idea is, like, show people, and then for the people who are curious, then they can learn and play the course and, like, copy things and make their own experiences. Yeah, like Teensy said, it's all server side.
At Tina Nyman 5084. There is a call mod pack if you want.
Yeah, I've noticed that the bubble block isn't removing the visual properly. I'll fix that at some point.
At the _wind_m27. I found the mod pack in your description. I can join on Friday.
Hey, that's awesome. So just so you're clear, there's 2 mod packs. One is for if you want to play Enigma Mode on your own server or on single player, like on your own computer. That's called Enigma Mode, okay? For this, to play on this server, you don't need that one. You just need Enigma Mode quality of life, okay? And if you try and join with the other one, then it'll say like incompatible version or something. It'll stop you. Oh god. I'm just grabbing some core wood from these felled trees. Then I'm gonna take stuff back up and build, at least in theory. This is basically how you use the bubble
Look
block
forward
in
to
group
it's total
melee
chaos
combat.
LOL. Check out JPS
You
Discord.
can take advantage of the fact that when
At
your
the
bubble block
_wind
breaks, it stuns
_m27.
enemies near you.
Okay,
So
found the call
yeah, I
one.
know this is like confusing to watch, but basically, eventually you get used to it, and it's like a way of having melee combat be viable later in the game. Where pretty much if you just hold right and you block, as long as you have enough health to survive the highest hit, you'll survive until you don't. But you saw how I was just kind of like sitting there and living? Basically, you have a lot more flexibility in melee because of this system that gives you that bubble shield. But it's not like invincibility as you saw, so eventually, you know, they'll overwhelm you and you'll die. But the more health you have, the more effective. So if you use like all health foods, then you can really easily get that bubble block, and it makes surviving a lot easier. And it was made to help counter a problem that Valheim has, where players tend to just use magic and ranged in the higher difficulties because melee, it's so hard to stay alive. So by adding the bubble block system, it allows people to kind of play the way they want to. They could use melee as long as they use the bubble blocking, and then they can do whatever weapon they
At
want.
Tina Nyman
Or they can use
5084.
range, or they can use magic.
You only
that kind of
use the
thing.
call mod pack, the other one is for your own seeds. At the _wind _m27. So melee doesn't suck in late game?
Yeah, exactly. It's just at the cost, obviously, of it being a bit weird. You know, why do you get a bubble shield? Like, you could block with your fists, and as long as you have enough health to survive the hit, then you'll get a bubble. Like, it doesn't care what you have equipped. So, some people, they find that weird, but for me, like, I think that it's really important that melee is stronger, so that, like, Valheim is a game that is so flexible when it allows players to play the way they want to, right? So it's kind of important that melee can feel really strong, and ranged can feel really strong, and magic can feel really strong, but still in a way where you can die, right? Which in practice is really hard to balance. That's why the server's set to very hard and is so crazy, because that craziness and intensity allows the mechanics more
At the _wind _m27.
effectiveness. I don't know how to explain
I hate
it.
melee in late game. Took me 5 hours to kill Fader with melee before, while with magic I can kill him in 10 minutes. At the _wind
sounds about right.
_m27. But maybe I can try it now. At Enigma 5084. Caters for all play styles. At the _wind M27. Yeah, that's peak. At give me acid. Who's gonna tell M about the bosses?
Be right back. Gonna get my tea. Nice. It works. That's so funny. This is my death memorial, isn't it? That's so funny. Oh, what a spot. Hey, there we go. Classic death, right? You haven't really been playing Valheim unless you're encumbered, and then you get bitch slapped. That's the Valheim experience. I learned my lesson.
At Tina Nyman 5084. Gotta go to work. Great watching JP, thank you.
Hope you have a good day at work, teens. Good luck.
cat vigilante underscore. Cat vignalua cat vignalua cat vignalua.
Hello, hello.
Mia Deca. Hi JPO slash.
Hello, hello. How's it going?
Mia Deca. Not too bad, happy face, how are you today?
Doing wonderful. Been gathering resources. Gonna be building. And we just updated the scripts because one of them wasn't working. There's this system that makes these memorials for the player, and the more you die, the fancier your memorial is. And we just like fixed it yesterday or today, and so I died and it showed up, and so I was tickled. I thought that was funny.
Mia Deca. Oh, that's cool. Miyadeka. Does it show up in the location you died for?
Yeah, so basically, the first time you die, it looks near you, finds a tree, and then makes a placeholder. And then whenever you die, the more you die, it upgrades that area. So it'll always be somewhere close to where you first or second died. Like one of the first times you died, depending on if you played on the server before the mechanic was working or not.